Meeting. This is our annual meeting, so it's an official meeting. We are starting the meeting now. The very first order of business is we have an election of board members, and we take nominations from the floor. Now, many of you are saying, "I didn't know I could do that," and don't worry. If you'd like to serve on the board, come and talk to me or Jeff, and we'll tell you about what being a board member for COP is about. You can tell us about what you would like, sort of your experiences in cycling with COP, and we can get you on the board, not waiting until next year for the next board meeting. So this year we have board members that we're going to nominate. I'm going to nominate them: Penny Marshall, Patricia Kovacs, Evan, Ryan, and John Davis. I'm nominating each of them. And shall we do them one at a time in case we have a giant no from any of them? I'm going to ask for
a look to our Robert's Rules of Order guy. Just nod at us, Jerry, if it's all okay.
You can just nod.
Oh, they're showing the slide over here.
Oh, okay.
Presenting a slate of candidates that we would like to nominate for a new term.
Here.
You tell me.
Extension of the term that they're currently on. I named them Penny, Patricia, Ryan, Evan, and John Davis.
Started it already?
Something about to have a meeting.
Yeah.
All right.
The GOBA thing doesn't start till like 7:15.
Oh, wait, we have one. We have.
How do I get the audio or the
Russ Fry.
Well,
there's a picture somewhere.
Where's the link?
We're in Bowling Green this summer on GOBA. You might have met him, but he is a longtime cyclist.
Go to the website.
Transcontinental rider, and he's a professor.
This one?
Oh, smarty. All right. So we'll we'd like to nominate him as well. So Russ Fry and Penny, Patricia, Evan, Brian, and John Davis. We entertain any other motions. We entertain any other candidates? All right. As I said, if you're interested, come and talk to us. We have a second. Okay. All right. Members can vote. Members can vote. I hope it's all of you.
Okay, opens.
By proclamation, all who are in favor of re-electing this slate, say aye. We have any nays?
There you go.
All right, it's carried. You people are in for another couple of years.
How do I get full screen? Any idea?
All right, next order of business. All right, we're going to go to a volunteer recognition. Besides all those people in groups that I've named already, we have specific people we want to thank. And the first person we want to thank is Lindsay Updike. She's been on our board, and she's acted as our treasurer for the last 2+ years, and really straightened out a lot of
close enough.
A lot of how we keep track of the money that we come in and how we spend the money, and also how much each of these events costs us, and how much money we sort of make on this. And if you're curious, I can tell you right now, GOBA makes most of our money. Tosser and the Knox County Biketoberfest makes the rest of our money. And we're greatly appreciative of everyone that goes on it, and all of you volunteers that help us with it, and all of you who promote these 3 rides to all of your biking friends, because they're the lubrication that runs, that powers this entire organization, is getting people. And frankly, I think it's getting a chance to go on one of our bike tours. It should be the culmination of any Central Ohio's bike riders' cycling life is to go on one of our tours, and hopefully go on many. Lindsay went on GOBA. Her first GOBA was at the age of 8. I think we have someone to compete with her for most GOBAs 25. Also started at a young age, but we're
was in last week.
Clearly, someone with that much experience is someone that we really greatly appreciated all of her knowledge of GOBAs over the years. And she will be, she'll be missed. But if anyone's interested in becoming the treasurer for COP, you will be greatly valued. It's not a thankless job. I will thank you every day. And I would love to work with you. So just give me a ring. Okay, we have two awards, the Charlie Pace Volunteer of the Year Award. And this year we had two fantastic, well, we had many great candidates, but we had two that we want to give this award to. Oh, we got one's face already there, Evan Wyatt. Yay! He's right there back at the back. Evan's been a ride leader for the Dublin Shamrock Ride, and I have to say that when I go on one of the Ride Series rides, he's nice. He slows down a little while his pack goes tearing past me at high speed. Clearly, a powerful rider, but also just a great ride leader. Most interestingly, he's operated the Facebook page for Columbus Bike Parts Flea Market, which culminates each spring in the Bike Swap Meet. And I encourage all of you to go to the Bike Swap Meet because one, it takes place when the weather is terrible and we're not biking. But
I scheduled it so it's not on the Paris-Roubaix day. Like I got spoiled for me once. Never again.
That's so he rents a big exposition space on the Hilliard
Okay.
Fairgrounds, and you go there and you got all kinds of cool old bike parts that other people are getting rid of. And frankly, for most of us, we should be getting rid of some of our own bike parts, but so you can rent a table from them and pick up a little change there while you're clearing your garage out. And but if you're looking to pick up cool stuff, also come to the swap meet. And of course, you'll meet all of your bicycling friends from our community while you're there. So this year, he's agreed to allow us to bring the swap meet under the as a part of Columbus Outdoor Pursuits. It's now one of our events. Hopefully, he won't burn down the event space while he's doing it, and we all end up. Yeah, it's our insurance. But we want to thank you, and we present to you the Charlie Pace Volunteer of the Year Award.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. Thank you. Oh, Aaron, please. All right,
Thank you, Jeff.
And our next person we're giving this award to is someone that most of you rarely meet, Steve Tippett, and he is what you call our behind the scenes man, and you know him only because he's the one that sends out the cycling ride of the week emails that you receive that tell you what all the great rides are for that particular week and weekend. And anyone who's ever belonged to a bike club back in the 70s and 80s, who ever ran the purple mimeograph machine that we used to put out our weekly rides, monthly rides really, it mailed them out to all of our club members. Man, this is just fantastic. We have so many more rides. You also list rides for other clubs. So, if one of our rides is not good enough for you, there might be another one, another bike club, but it's your one-stop source of all information.
Yes.
And so anyways, not an easy job. We got a lot of different rides all coming in. He gets it all sorted out, gets it all sent out. He sends me the roster. I should say me. I and the other people that sort of do the ride series rides, the complete roster. So that when you come in, if you've registered on DonorView for any of our rides, either the weekly, nightly rides or the ride series, We got your name already, you got your thing all signed. All we have to do is check you off. I highly recommend sign up for the whole series. Your name will always be on the roster. We'll always be able to just quickly check you off, that you can decide that morning, looking out your window, whether you want to ride that day. But if you do, you're signed up, ready to go, all because Steve has got you signed up, so to speak. Anyways, you wait. Here we go. This is pure lucite, virgin lucite. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Evan, you guys hold that between you because that'll go up on the wall with your and Evan's name on it. Evan. Come on, beat it up, hold it between you.
So I can't hear anything back there.
There you go. Got your name spelled
Jeff.
All right. Now for we have one more award. This is the Ron Isley Lifetime Achievement Award, and this is going to come as no shock to any of you, but we've elected Jerry Rampel. Lifetime. Jerry, take a picture of yourself. Now,
Just close mine now.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
okay.
they'll have them on, they're going to interfere.
I don't even know if anyone can see us here, but
Doesn't matter.
yeah.
Honeymooned on GOBA in 1992.
Right.
I couldn't figure out,
My daughter's in one of his.
I couldn't
Well, this
figure
is
out
when you
how
up,
in the
you could
world you could organize.
But I don't care. You can just watch there and I'll mute mine.
Showers, that was a regular in the old
I
days.
don't have the sound. It says it
Imagine how
can't find my
somebody could ever do
microphone.
all that.
It's on the keyboard, remember?
definitely a 20,000.
Yeah. 2017, Julie Van Winkle in January said to me, I'm retiring. If you remember, Bill Gordon died the week before the GOBA in 2016. Julie came back because she had retired. She came back in January. She said, I'm retiring. I said, Julie, I thought you would retire after GOBA. She said, no, I'm retiring today. I said, Julie, retiring today? And she said, she pointed at the chair in her office. She said, you and the board will let me die in that chair. And I went, yeah, that was true. So I said, Julie, my brain kicked in. I said, Julie, what if I'm the director this year? And then you do all the backup stuff to make sure we don't miss it. She said, I can do that, but I don't want to be on the road in the winter in the ice and snow. And she said, GOBA week is exhausting. So in 17, I'm the GOBA director. I'm the interim, filling in, and the board says, we'd like you to stay on as GOBA director. And I said, no, because it is a monumental job, and Aaron is going to find that out. Jeff Stevens found it out. One second story, 2020 COVID hit. We can't have any events. Our income is events. You pay for an event, that's how we make money. And I would lie awake some nights thinking, I'm going to be the last president of the board of Columbus Outdoor Pursuits forever. I'll be known as a person who locked the doors. We made it. We sent out an appeal for donations in 21. Two of our staff volunteered to be laid off. We had a half-time person in 20. In 21, we sent out a note for money. We had one person contact me, said, can I give 10,000? Hooley Sporting Goods from Salt Lake City, Utah, sent a check for 5,000. I said, I called the guy up. He answered the phone and he got this check. How do you know us? One of our employees did one of your rides and brought your email in. We don't want you to go under. We raised $85,000 in donations. And it was $25, $50, $100. Most of them were small donations and people sent notes. Beautiful notes.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I get to say more about Jerry here. He, when we talk about an outdoor pursuits kind of guy, any of you summited Mount Kilimanjaro 3 times?
No, summited once, twice. I got diarrhea.
Oh, okay.
Get me back down.
If anyone's ever been to Kenya, you know how that happens. Other accomplishments, he's been more than 10 years on the Ohio Erie Trail Commission. And now, having raised bongo bucks to build it and to encourage other contributions to the trail, we now pretty much have a complete trail to take us from Cincinnati all the way to Cleveland. And lots of us and all of our friends have been pedaling up and down that trail ever since. He still serves on the board today, so yeah, send your checks right there.
Not personally.
The other thing, he sort of weathered is one, he found our great GOBA director here, Jeff, but also has been during our transition where we've rearranged Tosser to sort of keep it, all the juicy, great bits of Tosser that we all like, and we snipped off the parts that we didn't like and created a new experience based a lot on successes of GOBA as to what makes a great cycling experience. So we have a new Tosser, GOBA. We feel like we improve it with every year. And the thing that'll keep all this going is all of you not only keep going on GOBA, but tell your sons, daughters, and nephews of bicycling age that they should sign up for GOBA also. I can't recommend it enough. And also our new event, the Knox County Biketoberfest, which is once again sort of GOBA-esque treatment of what used to be a challenging, great one-day bike ride has now turned into a bicycle weekend in a town that seems to love us, and we really just had a fun time there, and Jerry got all of that going. So we thank you very much for the many years you've devoted to this organization.
Thank you.
And we like the fact that he's hanging around a little bit to help me. Not so much on the camera picture taking, but running this board. So thank you very much, Jerry. Dan. And well, notice we have many spots for many of you. So just keep coming to our meetings, coming to our board, and keep coming to our activities. We really enjoy your company.
Now, can I tell one more story?
Yeah, you can.
Jeff Cleveland's here. We hired a few years back. Charlie Pace had a hand in that hiring. Because Jeff and I are at Charlie Pace's funeral. Jeff Pyrone had just resigned, so we had a vacancy. And I see Jeff, I've known Jeff for years. I saw him at the funeral. I said, Jeff, what are you doing? He said, I'm looking for work. I said, let's have coffee.
Yeah, I'll do that again.
Just the coffee.
All right, are we good?
I appreciate this. It's a wonderful honor. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'll take care of these. Are you ready to?
Yeah, great.
I'll take it over from.
Yeah, yep. So we now have Jeff is going to go over many of our activities in the past year, and also we have coming up. So Jeff, take it away. Thank you.
Okay. Again, thanks everybody for being here. This is, it warms my heart, to honor these special people, but I don't want to minimize all that everybody else in this room does collectively for this organization. So I will get to that in a second. Aaron, real quick, up here. This Aaron. This is hokey, but necessary and valid. Now, you other ride leaders, you need to be in touch with me and tell us this kind of news. Next slide, please. Hilliard Ride Leaders, Special Directors Recognition. These folks here, 6 folks, are retiring from leading, being a ride leader on the Hilliard Tuesday, Thursday night rides, which is a massive group with tons of different groups. You can find your people so easily. And, you know, I go back with some of these people a ways, but Susan helped at the very beginning, and I think some of the others have been there from a get-go. Joanne Pallas is retiring, always willing to help, has for years. Right here. They're all right here. Mark Shooter, retiring. Paul Chopas used to serve on the board. Steve is moving to Florida, else, you know, he'd still be doing this. And Sean McCauley, who is just due to life circumstances, is backing away. So I have a silly little gift for you. Okay. A little thing here. So in recognition of your service as a ride leader, please enjoy a complimentary 2026 TOSRA registration on us and as many vintage jerseys and t-shirts in our office as you want. Feel free to come by, do a little shopping. Yeah, no, you take them from us. Yeah. And women only. Yeah. But no, you're welcome to come by and hopefully as we move forward into some volunteer recognition programs, we'll have some more, you know, I tried to get the ride leaders jersey this year. It's like, I don't know that people will ride them. So we tried to help you in other ways this year, but again, thank you to your people. Aaron, it's been a great ride leader.
These guys should all stand up. Thank you, Aaron.
Next. Okay, where are we going now? I want to take this moment again to thank all of our volunteers. We invited over 150 people to this just based on their volunteer service to Columbus Outdoor Pursuits. We have 78 active listed ride leaders on our weekly recurring rides. That is one heck of a lot because we have 40 rides, but groups like this have, you know, 8 or plus. There are others that have just 1, but it adds up and you people make this thing go. We tried to recognize these ride leaders this year with some major tour registrations, complimentary ride series registrations. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to build a little better recognition and reward program. Aaron's going to really take that and run with it. I want to acknowledge that tonight we have in the room, we have people from who are like specific to GOBA, TOSRA, Knox County Bike Challenge. We have some of the hikers and winter getaway and backpacking here with Steve Cole and Judith Mitchell. And I don't know if Judy Fasone is here, but there are people that do in bike packing. We have, you know, Penny and Steven have done so much in that realm. So this is an organization that has finally come up under one umbrella. And instead of having a thank you note with just the GOBA people or just the TOSRA people or just the ride leaders or just the boaters, here we are all together. We're driving towards one organizational mission. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you'd like to be involved, just let us know and we can plug you in a way that would engage you. I'm going to very quickly do the just a quick activity report for the year. I'm going to slam through this in 5 minutes so we can get to the fun of the GOBA reveal and put Aaron on the spot. Just want to remind people that we have a bigger mission than just to do rides or activities, just to do those rides or activities. And those activities and rides are meaningful and wonderful in and of themselves, but we are a 501c3 charity nonprofit organization, and we're trying to do something even bigger. So we brag so much, and we haven't told this story over the years, but the proceeds from GOBA that went into the Bicycle Development Fund, we granted $1 million to the development of the Ohio to Erie Trail. You know, we've provided significant grants to seed and sustain bicycle advocacy groups and other projects in Ohio. We've provided grants and funds to other projects, initiatives like the Bike Lady and to bike. I don't know if we've done something with Bikes for All People or not, but broader audiences. This past year on GOBA, we allocated or granted $9,000 to the Bowling Green Parks Foundation, which will go into some infrastructure development there. So that is why we're here in a bigger sense. Next, please. This year, our membership is growing. We're up to almost 1,000 members. Now, a handful of those, 300 or so are lifetime members. But get this, and I'm going to turn and look right at Jerry and Michael, wherever he is. They're not all dead. I ran an analysis, and about 170 to 200 have actually had some sort of interaction, tour registration, gift, or something in the last 5 years. So they're still active with us, and hopefully by communicating with them on a more consistent basis in a more meaningful way, they're remaining engaged. So that is heartwarming. 35,000 plus event days over the course of the year, up. This is a snapshot from our web page. It's all there, living in one happy umbrella. And look, GOBA and Tazrev are almost touching, like cats and dogs living together. Those are the big events. We have the cycling series, the weekly rides, which are, good golly, 1,000 people here in Central Ohio participate in that. And now we always have had hiking, backpacking, winter getaway. But yeah, that's Judith Mitchell over there. We'll point her out in a second. But bikepacking is on the growth as well. Next, please. Last year at this time, we were talking about putting out surveys, asking for feedback about should we really pull the trigger on Tazrev. We know we can't go on the way it is. Give us your feedback. Oh, by the way, we're thinking about a big new event in the fall, a weekend festival, the way that these sorts of organizations are being able to sustain themselves. So we were talking about that a year ago. So that's a clip from last year. And now this year we've done those things. Next, please. Tazrev, we presented the new format, about 250 people. Everybody had a grand experience. The old, crusty naysayers or whatever said it's not the real Tazrev. Yeah, I know, but it just was not sustainable in that format, not safe, and a good experience. Here's what's available and desirable by the new evolving audience. GOBA, 856 participants, 36 states up around Bowling Green, Fremont, and Port Clinton. That's down about $100, $150 or 150 participants. And if you sort of do the math, that's put a big hit in our operational budget this year. So we need to bring that back up. It was a challenging year from all of our peer groups around just travel in general. So hopefully we can bump that number back up. ZOBA, 25th annual, 32 participants, a wonderful little tribe. Maureen's back here, Capehart and Jerry drives that. And so we don't have to think too much about it. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful offering and we really need to promote it and get more people. That's a 1 week across Ohio. Thank you for all you do for that. And oh my gosh, the Knox County Biketoberfest, almost 300 people from 13 states. And although the marketing people said, Jeff, you can't shoot for a broad audience, you have to pick your audience. Well, we shot broad and said we have trail rides that are flat, slow, and you can do as much as you want. Or here's some really monster hilly old KCBC routes. And you know what? It was about half and half that showed up. And they all had a grand experience. We really wanted to present, wonderful meals, the beer in town, the festivals that were there in the county. Both Chillicothe and Mount Vernon are like Come on back. Let's start talking now. Come on. So we've defined dates for next year. So these were a nice success, some of them down a bit, but that being said, we met our goals for providing a good experience, and now word of mouth should hopefully bring more people. Okay, next. 640 people on our 8 single-day rides, about 80 for each. That's a very nice, chunk. 38 recurring rides. Just a few years ago, we only had 8. So broadening the umbrella and bringing in all these loose groups like the Team COPC or the old Westerville people and say, come up under the umbrella, list us on your calendar. Steve sends the note out and everybody, sees all the offerings and they can find their people. That's been a huge success and has made Columbus Outdoor Pursuits relevant in Central Ohio again. We had bike packing is on the rise. We had a Gap Trail adventure, a training series, overnights. Penny and Steve were great leaders with that. But we also, OSU called us and said, hey, we want to present a 101 course, with an experience. So Professor Steve and Professor Penny put it together, had 2 little, what would you call them, seminars. And then a weekend where they did an overnight out to Buck Creek. And it was, what were there, about 13 kids. And it was heartwarming to see that, these youth were loving it and having a real kick out of putting the stuff on their bike and setting up the tent and cramming in and sleeping together and no shower, but it was cool. That's the way we live, on the road sometimes. So that's a big growth area for us. We had a wonderful partnership with Pelotonia again, providing SAG support, etc. And then the hikers and backpackers, the monthly 18 challenge over how many? 6 months? Starting at 3 miles, working up to 18, 252 participants total, with like about 35 each. The early ones had a lot of that crowd, but as the season went on, the numbers dropped a little bit, I think, but they also offered overnight camping in a camping gathering at some of the state parks where they camped, from July, August, September, and it was a wonderful group.
I just want to recognize Jim Vilcrest too, because
Jim.
he helps with the bike packing 101 and the Gap trip. And he's a big part of why growing and being so successful.
Yeah,
Jim,
and
too. Thank you, Jim.
oh, good to see you, Jim. I think we had 4 backpack outings this year, if I'm not mistaken. And there's not one yet still to come, but Stephen will be setting up his tent outside of the Wilderness Lodge at the Winter Getaway in Wilderness, Pennsylvania on February 13th through 16th. That's a very popular event that pretty much sells out every year, 30 plus people. Judith Mitchell is our leader on that. So when that gets unveiled and we work out the registration stuff, sign up and get your room. Some of it's dorm style, but it's all communal food and, Nordic skiing. And if the skis or the snow's not that good, you can have a gravelly bike or hike. So a good time. Yeah, I send my wife Julie to do recon. So, and last year my daughter. Next, please. Next year, here are the major tour schedules. The dates are pretty much set in stone. The weekend after Mother's Day, but not the weekend before Memorial Day. So we're squeezing it in between Mother's Day and Memorial Day. We're only going to do one fall OTA this year in September. It used to be early June or late May and October. There's a ton of competition on this trail with other commercial tour operators. I think 6 or 7 other commercial operators with up to 13 different tours offered. So we're going to try and find our place and hopefully fit well. Good golly, we helped develop it. GOBA, you're going to hear about that in a second, June 20th to 27th. If you're ever asking, it always starts on Father's Day. The Cross Ohio Bicycle Adventure. Take the clue. I'm not telling you where it's going because it's going to be revealed and it's going to mirror what GOBA is doing. July 25th to August 1st. Bring your friends. I'll be there. And did I say I was volunteering for Tuesday night too? Maybe? Okay. And Knox County Boktoberfest, October 2nd through 4th, first weekend of October, just like old CFC days. Ah, okay. We always ask ourselves, we got all these great ideas. Well, who's going to do it? You people are the lifeblood that help us put on all these activities and drive our mission forward. A lot of our peer events and organizations are, I shouldn't say dying, some are dying, but many are fading. And the operational models have changed. There are less volunteers. We have a wonderful history, legacy, and solid base of people that make these things happen. Jerry tells that story about the annual appeal right after the pandemic. Well, I'm the one who opened every single one of those envelopes, and every other one had a note in it, mostly from a GOBA person and some TOSRA people saying, that experience had a huge impact on me and my family. You know, we used to come with my kids, and now my kids are bringing my grandkids. We can't let this go away. So thank you for all you do. We always need help, particularly with the major tours, camp support, SAG drivers, rest team. Our medical team is here. Wherever I saw them, Ed and Kristen, and yay! And this coming year, we're also going to start developing some committees of the board. And the first will be a marketing and development committee. You know, everybody always says, well, you know, you should promote something this way. You should promote more. Well, it's, you know, we need people to help do those things and help us implement the plan. So if you are interested in that, and I've already told somebody, I've already pegged somebody, but if you are interested in any of these things, helping in any way, more so than you are now, or in a different capacity, or know somebody that would be interested in what we do, please make contact with us. What time? We're aware. So I will open this up. You can go to the next slide. If you have questions, feel free to type them in chat. Carissa is behind us, and she'll answer them to the best of her ability, or pass on the questions that we can answer on screen here. Yes, Director Jeff is retiring. We announced it at the last GOBA. I will be staying on in a quarter time at most position, providing consultation to Aaron, particularly around some of the big events that have lots of little details and lots of nuances and are so unique in so many ways, but also trying to help with some of the bigger partnerships, et cetera. So this has been a grand ride, and I got to thank Jerry for inviting me 4 years ago or whatever it's been. I did not know the GOBA audience. I had never been on a GOBA. I had never even seen a GOBA, but I knew of it and knew the vibe to some degree. I was always doing something else on Father's Day, but I came and looked with Jerry when we were interviewing and talking, and I said, yeah, I get it. I get these people. Well, it took a year or two to actually kind of get our GOBA people, but they have warmed my heart so. And I tell you, it started with that appeal, opening those letters going, wow, this thing really has an impact on people's lives. And that is what's so, I get little bumps talking about it now. So, but it has been just, I have had so much fun traveling around the state, going to all these little podunk communities or whatever, and what goes on here, and then bombarding them with our passion, and then having them bombard me with what kind of passion they have and the things they offer. And it's been a real joy. So I look forward and will remain being involved. Maybe not the front face that you see all the time. That being said, let's meet Director Aaron. So, Aaron has been with us. Aaron has been with us since KCBO weekend, the 1st of October, the week before.
About 7 weeks.
He got the stuff and packets and stuff. Aaron comes with an industry experience, having been a general manager of a couple bike shops over the course of 10 years. He worked with Kenda Tire for at least 5 years. And then there was some other little stuff in there, but he wanted to be back with bicycles and bicycle people. And we're very excited to have him. You GOBA people out there, I promise you, You're gonna like him a lot. I don't know what his favorite candy bar is yet, but when he does you a favor, what you need to bring him, but I will let you know. So, you take care of Aaron. Please be patient with him. And, I'm sure he will deliver for you. I think that is it for me at this point.
We can go on.
I can hover over here and,
Next slide.
yeah, answer any
Yeah.
question. Okay.
So real quick, I am incredibly nervous.
Here, Mike.
Camera. But I am, but I'm incredibly excited to be
It's
here.
not his wife. What's he
Unreal
doing?
to see all these faces in here. And trust me, I'll get to know each and every one of you, and hopefully we'll get to ride a little bit next year. So Jeff wanted me to do a real quick overview of GOBA before we got into it. So this is a full service tour. We do everything from road markings, ride with GPS, full SAG support. You heard about the medical team over there. And then we provide a full setup for camping, shower, restroom on all of our tours. Something you can always rely on there.
We'll come back to a whole nother video on how to.
Yes. So because we kind of smashed all this together a little bit, in the future, we're going to do a bunch more short videos. So hopefully you'll get hopefully you'll get a lot more use out of those. So next slide.
What?
Please.
Oh, okay.
Turn this on Zoom.
Linda,
The next slide should be something that I've been chatting with folks about, even folks in my family that ride but can't make it to the entire week of GOBA. It's called GOBA +1 or GOBA weekend. The cool thing about this is you get a lot of the same experiences at a highly reduced price, and you're not away from your family for a week. But if you do want to do the whole traditional GOBA with us, please come out. We've got some big things planned for you. Next slide, please. And that brings me to our partnership with the Ohio 250 Commission. I'll introduce Todd here in just a second. Yeah, this is huge, guys. This is what's allowing us to do so much this year with GOBA. So really quickly, Todd, do you want to come up and say a couple of words?
Shut up.
Back with you, Bridget.
Hi, everyone. I'm Todd Kleismith. I have the high honor of serving as the executive director for what we call America 250 Ohio. Of course, next year is the nation's 250th anniversary. Doing lots of great things around the state of Ohio, and this one is going to be one of the best. So we're really just glad to be a small part of it. So thank you for.
Let's go with what do you mean?
To us like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, we circled this one a long time ago. So we've been talking with Jeff and others for the past couple of years, and we were like, hey, in 2026, let's do this around US Route 250. So we're really excited. So thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Todd. So that leads us to the next slide. This is what everybody's been waiting for. Is it that time?
they're having an
There you
event.
go. Celebrate US 250 on Route 250. All right.
Picture.
There you go.
Related hospital visits.
So we will be traveling down the Route 250 corridor here in Ohio. Norwalk, Shelby, Worcester, and Ashland.
That's cool.
Each town has its own unique little vibe, and Jeff and I are, like you said, we're trying to find all the little gems here in Ohio to show you. Okay, next one, please.
Is it Shelby where
So here's just a few
One people
photos.
that-
Like Jeff said, we've been driving around Ohio now for a couple of weeks together, and we've been able to find some real great
This is
gems for
GOBA.
you guys. You might
We'll catch up
recognize
later.
the middle
Oh, I
one,
forgot.
Shawshank
Awesome.
Redemption.
Did you get it? Your thing there?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, cool.
Next slide, please.
It's not as neat as kids old.
State delivery.
Yeah.
Doesn't give me.
So like I said, Norwalk, Shelby, Worcester, and Ashland. This will follow right down the 250 corridor
and take us to each one of those towns.
Just-
Don't worry, we'll have plenty of alternative routes throughout the week. We'll also follow that up with bus tours so that if you don't want to do that extra mileage, you can still see the cool stuff on route. Next slide, please.
Get 0.9% APR, these 2025 Buick models, plus eligible non-jammers.
There we go. Okay, so, and everybody knows about GOBAville. It's the largest moving community in Ohio. So the thing that we've changed this year, well, over the last couple of years, is that instead of only staying one night in each town, we've decided to stay 2 or 3, allowing us to see more, check out some new routes, eat some good food, you know, why not? So Norwalk, we're going to be staying at the fairgrounds 2 or 3 nights. This will be our GOBA weekend and GOBA +1. So we'll be taking routes up towards the lake on the first weekend. Second stop is Shelby. We'll be staying at the Black Fork Commons. This is right in the heart of downtown, has a great amphitheater. There's a great wine bar right across the street. And then this is the home of the Shelby Bicycle Company, which will
that big green space.
which we'll show you just in a second, because of the great flood of '07.
So fingers crossed.
So we're putting you, no, it's absolutely safe. Great green space. Great green space. We'll have some music, we'll have some food trucks. It'll be a good time. The next 2 stops, it's something a little bit new for us. We'll be staying on the Wooster College campus and the Ashland University campus. And once again, incredible green spaces. We've got trees, we've got shade, this really, really warm feeling in these college campuses. So it should be a really, really great place to stay. Next one. So first night, or excuse me, first stop, Norwalk, 3 nights, Friday through Monday. We got a couple of optional routes for this weekend, 56 and 46. Both of these go straight towards the lake. So imagine lunch on the lake, maybe? And then you'll be able to come back and see the oldest museum. Yeah, right, maybe. And then we'll be able to see the oldest museum in Ohio, where Jeff will be able to fight the giant sloth. So once we finish that up, next day, please. Next day, we're staying in Norwalk, but we're headed just a little bit the opposite direction towards the lake again. You'll catch us at the home of Thomas Edison, and just some great riding up by Lake Erie. This is actually where I grew up. Tons of great riding up there. So I'm really excited. I hope to get out and get a couple of miles in there. So that there is it's a little bit of a rough road. We'll double check that.
It's a bike.
Dwayne?
Oh, that's the Ireland's Trail.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Dwayne. I forgot. So
that'd be a good recipient of Saturday flowers, wouldn't it?
You got it. So the Firelands, the Firelands Inland Trail community is who we will be partnering with for that. The Firelands Trail goes, oh gosh, Norwalk, Elyria, Oberlin, right across the state of Ohio. So next slide, please.
We hope that'll be our
All right.
fundraising for
Yeah.
granting pardon.
Yeah. Next stop. So our first transfer day, we're going to head to Shelby. It'll be a 52-mile ride, almost directly south. We got a little kick out there for you just to make it interesting. Some of the interesting things about Shelby, they started the US's first seamless tube manufacturing, which took them to the bicycle manufacturing, actually. So the Shelby Bicycle Company. You'll remember things, bicycles called the Whippet. Clarence Wagner actually rode cross country in 20 days in 1927 from that location. Pretty incredible. So the other things that
Were they big?
Yeah.
Were they a big company?
100,000 bikes the first year,
A
actually.
third of the US's.
Third of the US. Yep. And this is all pre-war. So swoopy cruiser bikes we'll be able to check out. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited about this one. I'm a bike nerd like the rest of us.
Well, I thought
Next one,
I'm trying to
please.
get out of there here. Okay.
So because Shelby, one night we're gonna kind of bebop out of there the next day into beautiful Worcester.
Well,
As
check your
you head
email.
across, look, we'll be on Old Route 30, which is the old Lincoln Highway. And coming across, if you look to your left, I believe it is, you'll see I keep wanting to say Shawshank Redemption, but it's
Mansfield Reformatory.
thank you, the Mansfield Reformatory. We'll have a nice rest stop there for you. Don't worry, there'll be other options later on in the week to take a visit as well. Okay, headed into Worcester. And next slide, Penny. Okay, so once we get to Worcester, we're there for 2 nights. For all those challenge riders out there, the folks that want a little bit extra mileage, don't worry, we got a 100-mile route planned for you on Wednesday. We'll shoot you down into some hillier country, so it'll be interesting. But other things that you'll check out there are, of course, Amish country, Zor Village, and Bolivar. Same thing. We'll have bus tours headed down there. If you haven't checked out the Age of Steam, Google it. It's pretty incredible, to be honest with you. So few photos down there at the bottom. We'll have tours available there during the ride. Pretty exciting. Next slide, please, Benny. Okay, so here's where we culminate. This is the exciting part. So we're headed to Ashland for the Ashland Balloon Fest. We're going to be there for 2 nights. Balloons will be flying overhead all 3 days that you're there. So as you're riding in, keep your eyes to the sky. You may catch a balloon. The following morning, there will be morning glows where they fire up the balloons in the morning. We are staying only 2-3 blocks away from the launching zone for the Balloon Fest. This is an absolute incredible highlight of the trip, and something that you all will get to experience. Another cool thing along the ride as we head into Worcester, Ashland, apologize. We'll be able to see the Route 250 barn. Todd, how many barns are there going to be in Ohio? You remember? At least 6. Okay, 6 barns. This is the first one that's been completed. We're planning a rest stop there. Plenty of photo ops. Just a beautiful, beautiful space. So, next slide, please. Okay, so while we're in Ashland, we'll have another challenge route headed up to Wellington, where we'll be able to see the Spirit of 76 Museum, loop back around, come back for GOBA Talent Show. Exactly. Yeah. So once you get done with the GOBA Talent Show, though, once again, we have a night glow at the Balloon Fest. So, and honestly, you'll probably be able to see them straight from the campsite, but take a short walk. It's going to be incredible. Okay. So on our way home to Norwalk, we have about 46 miles. Once again, as we leave in the morning, keep your eyes to the sky. You're going to see more balloons flying overhead. We'll also be stopping in Savannah. Thank you. Isn't that terrible? We'll be stopping at an Amish market on our way up there. So the Amish community is pretty big in this part of the state. So we're going to take full advantage of all those sweet treats that we can get. So there you go. Penny, next slide. This is a overview of the entire route. A couple things here. So you can the shortest distance that you can ride is 192 miles. So you come out, you ride less than 200 miles, and you get to see a third of the state, right? Now, if you want to take advantage of the rest of the rides, you'll have closer to 300 miles during the week. Oh, 4 or 5. 4 or 5. Yeah, okay. There you go. 4 or 5. So something to definitely think about. Next slide, please, Penny. Okay. So this is the stuff. This is a little bit of information. We're going to do more videos on this, but just to hit on it really, really quickly, a lot of this stuff you guys will remember from years past. We'll, of course, have hotel options for you folks. The Knights Kingdom option is a tent option for you. So definitely take a look at that if you don't feel like setting up your own tent. And then big date is going to be December 5th, 9 a.m. Be sure to be on there to register soon because we have a little bit of an announcement. We're bringing something back that you guys might like. Other things to remember to put your mobile phone into the registration. Our text messaging system is becoming much better, and it's a great way to get in touch with you guys during GOBA. We're not hitting you up during the week. But there you go. Next slide, please. Okay. We are bringing back sequential numbering. Everybody loves the low numbers in GOBA, right? So if you want a low number in GOBA this year, December 5th, 9 a.m. registration. So side note, rider number 1 is reserved for the director's assignment. So if anybody wants to buy me a beer after this, feel free.
Significant donation.
Okay, two beers is fine. But we are bringing it back. We're really excited, guys. Another note on that, there are some $25 off coupons over on the table. Please take them. If you're not going to use it, ask 5 of your friends to use it. Now, there is a date on there. It is not good for December 5th. If you want that low number, you got to register early. Okay? All right. Next slide, Penny. Okay. But if you are a Outdoor Pursuits member, you do get an automatic discount anyway. So take advantage of that. December 5th, get on there, register. Couple of other things. We will have a few meals included with GOBA. Traditionally in the past, riders have been on their own. We are planning some meals during the week to take care of you guys. Food trucks are becoming incredibly popular and we have plenty of space for it. So another thing to remember, 16 and below get special youth pricing. So if you do have kids, please, this is an incredibly family-friendly opportunity. Bring the whole family, take the week's vacation with us. Next slide, please, Penny. Okay, this one, go to the website. It's right there. Click there. We'll have it ready to go by December 5th and outdoorpursuits.org. Next slide, please. Okay. Once again, Jeff's been talking about this all night. Volunteers. You guys are incredible. We have an incredible amount of volunteers. It still takes a village. I am brand new at this, and I would love to meet more volunteers and get you guys hooked in. So if you want, reach out to me. If you have a special talent or you're really good at something, let me know about it. We can see if we can work together.
Okay, are there any questions online? We haven't seen any, so we're going to come back with more videos with more details as we unveil more information and attractions. The tab section of the website, as we add attractions, meals, tours, etc., that will be in the daily tab section of the website. Question?
What was it?
Yeah. They want to know if cart camping is going to be available this year.
We will again have car parking passes available, which means that you pay for the opportunity to move your car, trailer, RV forward to the next site. Just because you have a car camper pass or car parking pass, I mean, you get to set your tent right beside that. But we're in the fairgrounds and the others, we generally have 25 plus trailers, minivans, van lifers, people in vehicles, and then a bunch of others who bring a car or vehicle along. In the case of these two universities, those with the car parking passage are going to have to set their tents with all the other commoners. Because we'll have limited spaces to put the trailers. But yes, we will offer that again. Always.
They want to know if there's going to be a preference for registration for those who've ridden in the past few years.
Yes.
Well, they can just go sign up on December 5th.
Yeah, if you want to take advantage of that preference, sign up early.
Yeah.
Because, we'll be filling the spaces up that we have available, so.
Yeah.
But,
We will publicize how many registrants we have if we start to reach that upper limit, and we'll make sure that if you've done it in the past few years, you get in.
All right, we have
In light of the 1,200 person pack, is that include or exclude one day or weekend?
So that would be a camp amount. So yes, it would include the weekend, but we're okay.
We're limited to 12, well, actually limited to 1,500 based on state law and health department requirements. We set 1,200 because of the limited space at Ashland and Worcester University. But that first weekend in Norwalk, bring them on.
Norwalk
No
has
sweat.
huge facilities, plenty of camping. Yeah.
Then we have a question. They want to know what the elevation and hill climbing is going to be like this year.
It is low to moderate is how I would put it. There will be rolling hills this year. It is not as flat as Northwest Ohio, but hopefully it'll be a little bit of a challenge, and you'll enjoy it still.
The routes in the northern part from Norwalk to Shelby and Ashland to Norwalk, all that stuff is flat.
Yeah.
But the stuff around from Shelby to Worcester and around Ashland, it is moderately hilly. Expect maybe 1,500 feet of climbing per 50 miles.
Yes. Yeah.
1,500 plus.
Yep.
do we have another question out here?
Thank you out there in GOBA land for joining us. If you want to wrap up,
As I said before, we'd love to see you at our three big tours, our three big events, and I'd love for you to bring the other younger members of your family to these events, because I think we really put on the best. The people that talk to me from other states tell me that we have the most well-organized bike tours of any that they go on, and for dollar spent bike touring, I think we have the best deal going anywhere. So tell them it's inexpensive, it's fun, and it's something they can do basically their entire lifetime. So it's a great thing to get your family into. So thank you. And I think
thank you.
this is the end of our annual meeting.
Thanks for coming.